Kenny Omega has been spotted with a visible bite mark bruise. The Young Bucks have made some interesting social media updates and are WWE teasing Bray Wyatt's return at live events. Find out soon. Kenny Omega has been spotted with a visible bite mark appearing on Tokyo Game Show for Capcom TV. I hope I've got that all right. On September the 18th. And as you can see on the image there, a pretty hefty bite mark visible. Apparently this was recorded about a week before it aired. This wasn't a live thing or anything. But that still means that it was a, I guess, pretty serious bite. The fact that, look at the size of it.
I mean, yeah, if it was shot a week ago, that means the bite would have happened the week before that. So the fact it's still visible, it makes you think that Ace, I know he called it Ace Ventura there, Ace Steel, nearly drew blood because he bit that hard.
That is big, isn't it? Oh, I'm zooming in and everything. I mean, we've talked about the fight an awful lot, obviously. This is the one of the biggest bits to me. You don't bite a man.
Well, you do. Just make sure you take his arm off, This is what we do in the main streets of Newcastle. But it is obviously very interesting because we're still, with the likes of Omega, we'll get onto the books a bit later on, but especially with Punk and Steel, everyone's status, I should say, is still very much up in the air, but it does put to bed those, there's still a few murmurs. Oh, it was all a work just to get people talking. Oh, you see it in the comments there, Adam. But that's put that to bed, surely.
No, it won't.
Surely.
It won't. No, I agree. Of course it's not a work, but people won't shut up about it. Kenny Omega also will be unable to appear at AAA's Triple Mania due to this AEW suspension. He's not going to be there. On the Keeping It 100 podcast, Conan confirming that the Cleaner was due to headline the show on October 15th, adding that both Omega and the head of AEW Talent Relations, Christopher Daniels, confirmed that he wouldn't be able to make the show. He's not going to be popping up anywhere until he's back in AEW.
Yeah, and when that will be, none of us have any idea. Although I do hope to just be a bit more transparent with it, just to shut us all up. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
I guess it's the legal stuff, isn't it? I don't understand specifically what's going on with the legal side of it. They've been really tight-lipped about it. The way that it was addressed on Dynamite, following All Out as well, like their names weren't mentioned. Obviously, they were cut from the intro and everything, so it's obviously pretty serious stuff. You don't buy a man. You don't buy a man. You might buy a man.
Not in the workplace, though.
Not in the
workplace.
workplace.
We'll agree on that one. Walking down the street, that's fine, but not in the workplace.
The Young Bucks have made a couple of interesting changes to their Twitter bio, actually, referencing their suspension. So, Young Bucks yesterday changed their Twitter bio, listing their location as suspended AF. And then a few hours later, they updated it. This is the location again, saying, not sure, TBH.
They're just trolling us, aren't they?
They've
got us wrapped around their little finger, so they have.
So I guess the insinuation is that they don't know where they are, which company they're in, where they're going to be.
Or how long the suspension is.
Yeah.
The timing was obviously interesting, so I think it changed in the last 24 hours from us sitting here, which is obviously a long time after All Out. So did they have a little bit of a period where they didn't know what was going on, then we're given a suspension, or maybe just given a different suspension after a little bit of a discussion with people behind the scenes? We don't know, do we?
It's all very confusing. But you don't bite a man. You don't bite a man. Colt Cabana on a recent Twitch stream addressing the CM Punk rant at All Out. He didn't mention Punk by name, but it's a little interesting tidbit, I think you'll agree. So he said, it's a fun little tidbit regarding what Punk said, essentially. My brother is the director of Family Guy. Look up his name. He also shares a bank account with my mother. It was a weird thing for Punk to go to town on Colt Cabana for. He shares a bank account with his mum.
Well, Adam, it tells you everything you need to know about that guy. I mean, I don't know where you go when you just hear a guy shares a bank account with his mother, despite the fact he directed a series of Family Guy episodes as well. So he's obviously not very successful in life. So the fact he shares a bank account with his mother just tells you everything you need to know about the freeloading prick.
What's the insinuation that he's a pathetic man because he shares the bank account.
That's what I got. It was like he's not rich enough to support his own career and he has to sort of leech stuff off his mum. That's the insinuation I got. Is that what he intended? I've got no idea. But a lot of people on because we obviously discussed this on the podcast news a couple of weeks ago, and people were saying people share bank accounts with their parents and spouses and all sorts for investments and stuff like that. And yeah, it could have meant anything.
My assumption was that Colt Cabana might have been doing it to support his mother, like so that she had access to his money. I imagine he's got a pretty penny in the bank. That's what I thought, but maybe that makes sense.
Yeah. And Greg Colton is his name, by the way. I actually Googled him yesterday upon seeing this news, and he has directed several episodes of that there Family Guy.
Did you know that Seth MacFarlane is just a voice actor? He's had nothing to do with Family Guy for like 10 years except the voice acting.
Interesting. Takes all the credit on Graham Norton, though, doesn't he?
Does he?
Yeah, all his impersonations and whatnot.
He's bloody good, though, isn't he? Imagine sounding like that.
Yeah.
WWE have been playing Silly Bastards recently.
Oh, no, this is good, this, Adam.
This is good. This is good.
We're bringing the World Wrestling Federation into the 21st century here by using social media to create intrigue and a storm.
And it's worked. It's massively worked. WWE have been playing Jefferson Airplane's song, White Rabbit. Are you familiar with the song?
Remember.
That's the one. Creepy, weird little song. They've been
without
playing
without the instruments as well, just the vocals, which I find very eerie. It's such a wherever this is going. I hope the person uses that as their theme with no instruments used at all. Just the eerie woman singing.
It's a banger of a song, isn't it?
Mrs. Jefferson.
The song played during a commercial break on Friday SmackDown, and then it's been played again at live events this weekend. They've been playing it every live event that they've been doing. It's led to speculation, obviously, because it's sinister, because it's creepy, because it's a little bit cryptic on WWE's part, that it is the return of Bray Wyatt. That's
and Adam, because crucially, I've been getting my media studies GCSE out for this one. When it says, remember, the lights turn red. And I thought, remember the lights going red, that's got to mean it's got to be Bray Wyatt, but apparently not.
Well, I don't know here. Karrion Kross has seemingly confirmed that the song is actually being played for him based on his social media activity. Kross was known as the White Rabbit in Lucha Underground. I didn't know that. I didn't watch it.
Me neither. I thought that was Paul London. When I hear White Rabbit and Lucha Underground, Paul London with a top hat on and all that sort of stuff. But again, I'm not very well versed in Lucha Underground lore.
One tweet showing a gif of a laughing Psycho Sid under a graphic tweeted out by a fan that said, "Follow the White Rabbit." And then it included a Karrion Kross holding a rabbit in his hand. And then another fan tweeted, "What is this White Rabbit, Killer Kross?" atting him. "I've seen people talk about it as of late. I feel like I'm missing something here." Kross responded, "Flattered to be remembered for that. Keep watching. Assume nothing." But then in another tweet, Kross responded to a fan who was happy that he killed the Bray Wyatt rumors. Kross tweeted, "Call me a killer. Guilty as charged. However, I wouldn't look to me as a suspect of any of this. I'm an innocent killer. People are reaching for answers and have no idea what to grasp for. Keep watching and have fun. That's what I'm doing."
This felt weird to me because he just came back and he's got his old NXT gimmick, and it feels like we're changing things up already, which obviously didn't go well the first time around with the big helmet and whatnot. So it feels a bit weird for it to be Kross, but if it is, I guess it kind of makes sense. Is it something for a niche of a niche? Like Lucha Underground fans being sort of like a little subsection of WWE fans? It just seems a bit like,
weird thing to do. I think it's Bray. Yeah. I agree. I was about to say, I'm putting money down now. I reckon this is Bray.
So do I. Yeah. Just turn him red when on the Remember. Yeah. Gotta be. What else could it be?
It's too much. Why would you do something so different for Kross, who, as you say, has just got that gimmick back? And the presentation's so spot on for Kross anyway. You don't need to confuse things with that.
No, not at all. I'm going to throw another name into the hat. It could be Charlotte Flair, because it speaks about a red queen. And she is the queen of the WWE. So she could have new flavours for a return after a honeymoon and whatnot and getting married.
I'd be up for that.
Yeah.
I'm well up for that. It won't be. It's Bray. It's Bray. I mean, with his tweet there, he goes, "Call me a killer, guilty as charged." And people are alleging that he's killed the rumour. No, his name's Killer Kross.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It's Bray. It's Bray. Anyway, fueling the Bray speculation, Kyle A. Scarborough, who is a guy who was instructed by Bray or asked by Bray to create some new looks, some new attire for both him and Alexa Kross before Bray was released, tweeted this very creepy picture, sorry if you are easily spooked, with "feed your head." In creepy. Don't want that.
That's how living works. Feed your head.
Feed your head to sustain your body. And There's a picture, obviously, of I reverse Google searched this just to see if he had made this for the tweet, and I couldn't find it anywhere else. Ooh. So this appears to be a new thing. This is a guy who is very much linked to Bray Wyatt, to Wyndham. Time will tell, but I'm really, really optimistic on this. I think he's going to be back in the next month.
Yeah, I reckon he's coming back. There's obviously been rumours over the past couple of weeks that Triple H is now in talks with Bray as well, and that there could be a sort of a shake-up of the Firefly Funhouse for me, looking at, what was the rabbit called back in the day? I've gone completely blank there. Huskers the pig boy.
Huskers the pig.
Mercy the buzzard. The rabbit. That could be the rabbit coming to life as a human being, like having a stable around him. A creepy stable of the puppets.
That's going to drive me mad, Ross.
I can't remember either.
Let us know in the comments.
Oh my God.
For engagement.
Rampant. Let's just call him Rampant.
Rampant the rabbit.
Good old days, yeah.
So yeah, if Bray comes back, what do you want to see him do straight away?
I like the idea of these puppets coming to life and being creepy bastards around him.
Yeah.
Just being a stable around him and then him being the figurehead. I wouldn't mind seeing The Fiend back. I still think there's very much legs in that character, despite Vince McMahon's booking of him way back in the day. But yeah.
See, I think there's legs in there, but I'd rather see him come back as creepy Bray.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. We will see, won't we? Don't bite, people. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back for more news very shortly. All the best. See you in a bit.
What's that rabbit called?
Let's do my head in.